Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday evening and we have the final race of the European Le Mans Series Online Championship here in Le Mans Ultimate. We are going back to where it all started at round one at Autodromo Enzo e Dino Ferrari, i.e. Imola. We are heading back there to try and get our revenge on the circuit and the horrible race that we had at the very beginning of this season, where we effectively crashed out of the race. Things did not go well for us there, but hopefully things will turn around this time and we can have ourselves a much better race and get ourselves a good result. We're just waiting to load into the session at the moment. Things are just firing up, but I hope you all had a good weekend and hope you're all feeling well, ready to go, locked in, ready for this race here this evening. It's good to see you already here, Lynn Holt, in the chat. Everyone else, hello to you as well. Do say hi, and hopefully we'll be diving straight into the qualifying session. We'll be taking a slightly different strategy to qualifying compared to how we usually take the qualifying session, if the game hurries up and actually loads on in here, but I think it's having some issues. It might have crashed on my end. It has crashed on mine. Sorry. Right. A very quick restart then. And hopefully we do manage to get in there before qualifying actually starts, because I would like to be there at the very beginning of qualifying if I can. And I'm starting to think that I won't be. So it'll be one lap less than what I'm hoping to be doing, but effectively the strategy that we're going for this time, instead of usually we go in and kind of wait towards the end of qualifying, kind of go out with about 6-7 minutes remaining and do 2-3 time laps. No, here conditions are cold, so I want to be out there for the entirety of the qualifying session. So I basically do as many laps as I possibly can on a single set of tyres to try and get the heat into them so they got the grip and we can go and push hard for the actual session itself. Right. We're loading in now, so let's bring that up. The game's looking like it's about to crash again. Please don't. Good to see you here on time, Moed. Thanks very much for tuning in. In your own time, Le Mans Ultimate, because we should be taking over into the qualifying session now. Perfect. We've got 30 seconds worth of practice left. Right. Let's make some very quick changes. To the setup, and I think we should be all good to go. 3, 2, 1. Practice is over, and we are now into the qualifying session. So let's go ahead. Click start drive. Fire up the car. Get on out here. Trundle all the way down the pit lane to the end. And hopefully we hit the end of the pit lane close to that green light. But yeah, I do get the odd little crash here and there from time to time. It's mainly when... look at that, lovely. It's mainly if I go and click off away from the game and change the focus whilst it's loading, then it does sometimes crash on us. So we're going straight across the gravel here because cold tyres, being this stone cold on a track which is only 26.5 degrees C, there is zero grip. And this is the problem with Imola, is when the track isn't roasting hot, it's very, very difficult to actually generate heat into the tyres. Either way, we're going to try and get ourselves a good qualifying session here. Ollie for now. Basic Ollie is in this race again. So I believe we're in split 1. I didn't actually check that before coming out onto the circuit. But we should be in split 1 because I'm one of the highest rated GT drivers, maybe? No? But yeah, I think Basic Ollie, if he finishes this race, I think he could win the Online Championship in the GT class, which is pretty impressive going. Obviously, there's been a couple of races where I've not done as well as I should have, and haven't scored the points that I was hoping to be scoring, but hey ho, you live and you learn. Alright, let's see what is in store for us here in the qualifying session. These first couple of laps aren't really going to be representative of what we can actually do because the tyres are still very much coming up to temperature. We've done a whole lap and we basically just gained like just over 20 degrees in terms of tyre temp, so we'll get similar on this lap again of them being cold and not really providing much grip, but to give us an opportunity to put some banker laps in. And the hope is that we will cross the line with literally seconds to spare to begin our last flying lap. It's either that or we're going to be a lap short. It's going to be very, very close either way. Going to use the second screen. Yeah, I've got 3. So I've got you guys and OBS on a smaller screen directly above the screen that I'm playing on, and another screen over there I have YouTube. So YouTube's end of the live stream, the music and volume mixer stuff to play around with, so it's quite easy, especially when I click load in and I was like, right, fire up the music for the opener, pause YouTube live stream sort of side of things and make sure that everything on that I want displayed over on there is all set up fine. So I didn't have the game focus whilst we were loading into the server, which is probably what ultimately caused that crash. But yeah, I think it is related to that, effectively. Alright, first lap on the board. In the front of the pack, but obviously other people are putting their laps in as well, and we've not quite got the temperature in the tyres as of yet. Don't really mind that laps being invalidated, although we've recovered it, seems. At least the time is back up in the top right. Seems a little bit strange. Otherwise, well, we invalidated it on the first time through. So actual quali pace should be a 44, 44.3, 44.2. It's kind of in and around my PB. But that's what we're aiming for. Obviously, there's going to be big gains here on this lap as we get more temperature in the tyres. They continue to warm up and provide more grip. So yeah, they're over 60 degrees now on the front. Rears are still cold. A lot of shuffling going on as people are setting their laps. stop the music so we can focus now on these remaining 2 or 3 laps that we have left. Might have one too many in the tank, but that's fine. We've done some good laps on that. Second to last lap in practice, so although there'll be a little bit of extra weight in there, it's not too bad. The only problem is pallets already down in the 44s. Yeah, well, that might be an invalidation. Alright. Come on. 2 more laps. Let's try and get a good lap in. Again with the slide. Didn't want that. Big speed there. Through that right-hander, that was pretty good. Actually got some decent heat now in the tyres. Don't quite commit to 100% throttle there. Stay green. It's good. This is much better. 44.3. Time for one more. It's going to be an invalidation. Unless I could do what I did last time. No, I can't. Tell you what, that's not too bad though. That's right in and around my PB, so it's pretty good, kind of up there near the sharp end. There are actually some people who are higher rated than myself. That's good. 1, 2. Yeah, 2 cars with a higher rating than me in GT3, which is nice. And here we are indeed in split run. Right. That's what I want. Bit of strategy stuff. Recenter that so it's all set and ready for the beginning. Alright, that should be good. Luckily, is there a reason why you brake before you let off the gas? It's not an intentional overlap. It's just I'm doing the 2 at the same time, so it's probably coming up in the telemetry as there being a slight overlap. The telemetry overlay isn't quite 100% pinpoint accurate. You'll notice with the steering inputs, they're not quite one-to-one without I'm actually doing. The actual in-game steering wheel that perfectly matches a steering input, but that little Race Labs telemetry thing, I know people have pointed that out in the past, but it's slightly off. So that's what you might be seeing there, Marky Lee. Right, hopefully those things should be all good. But yeah, it's literally, as soon as I'm coming off, as soon as I'm going on the brake, I'm trying to come off the throttle. Not necessarily trying to overlap, it just might be so close that it looks like there's an overlap there. And yeah, Lindholt it's pretty good being close. I'd like to actually have beaten it. That would have been ideal, but hey ho, it is what it is. Either way, P5 is good. Happy with that. Oh, Charles got down in P18 in the end, so yeah, we managed to pull off a nice time there. It's really annoying that you can't see anything once you go into the race session that kind of indicates how you actually did in qualifying. It would have been really, really nice to actually see like the end of the quali lap times there. And yeah, P5 door. Not bad at all. So hopefully we can actually do something with this race this evening. Should be all good with that, I think. We are going to take brand new tyres for the start of this race. Get on the track. And so we need about 66 for 18 laps. Okay. Alright, let's lock in here, ladies and gents, and hopefully we can have ourselves a good race indeed. Thank you very much, Lindholt, for the well wishes. 2 Lamborghinis up in front. The Lexus and Mercedes. It's the Mercedes. BMW. So we've got some front engine cars in and around us. Just haven't quite taken it to the Lamborghinis just yet. Alright, here we go.
Formation lab has started.
Let's get ready. Indeed, we have the music for the moment, but I'll pause it in just a second. Right, who's ready for this? Who is ready for the update tomorrow as well? Right, stop the music there. Try and get ourselves in position. Should be ready for this one. Hopefully we can have ourselves a good race, good reaction to the lights, all that good stuff. Stay nice and clean. Make it to the end.
Green flag, green flag.
That was a pretty good reaction to the lights. Which is good. Now we just hope that the LMP2s behave themselves. We hope that everyone else behaves themselves as well. Bit of LMP2 chaos. No way did we make through that. What was all that about? No, no way. I was just like, at one point I was just looking at the radar and I was just seeing a sea of cars spinning around us. It's like, right, I'm just gonna drive straight and pray and hope that everything's all good. Yeah, there was a bit of luck in that, for sure. Ooh-wee. Right, let's try and calm down a bit. Calm down and settle in. Hope these LMP2s settle as well and don't go too crazy and mad. Alright, 2.5 seconds to the race leader. It's going to be a tricky one to try and keep up with them, considering their pace that they had in qualifying, but hopefully we can close in on this Porsche here and do something racy there with them. Gotta be careful of that exit curb there, that's what killed us in the season opener. Pretty even Stevens here at the front at the moment. 5.4, 45.7, 45.8. Yeah, it definitely feels like we're going to be a little bit better in some places. It feels like we need to as well. It feels like Asher behind is pretty quick. Starting to close in on this Porsche now. Didn't quite tuck into the apex as well as I wanted to. Number MP2 coming. A little bit more slipstream for us there. Only a small one, it's fine. Hello Vital, how's it going buddy? Thank you very much Dor. Porsche a little wide. Needs a bigger gap between the classes at the start. Yeah, I agree with you, Marky. Yeah, Ash behind's got some good pace. .75. Jeez. Nice. How did you go? I was going to say that should be fine in terms of track limit, surely. Felt like at least the outside wheels are still on the track. Hello, Chris. How's it going, mate? Qualified P15, finished P6. Nice, good gains. Good gains. The GTs are fun. I do like the GT cars. Definitely feels like Ash is qualified out of position a little. Not exactly sure. Oh dear, where was he started? It's another 0.75. We gotta be careful with that. I was gonna say, there's a nice, lovely, massive, great big straight here. Settle in, use that. GT is too slippery in the corners. It depends on the circuit. Ah, you're on a controller. Okay. That does make things more difficult. Oh, come on. Should be making that easy. Go on then. Just line behind here. Try and use their pace. I'm sure it will make things easier, yeah. It's a pretty big difference between controller and wheel. How we're doing on tyres? Looking pretty good, actually. See if we can get ourselves down into the 49s. Got on the old throttle too early there. Yeah, it's a good result on a controller, P6. Right, I'm gonna try and close back up on these guys a little bit. Like, Ash has got the pace over us. I know that much, so not too worried about him pulling away. It's more trying to close in on the Porsche if I can. Yeah, we gotta be careful of the track limits. Want to be saving those for later. So we got LMP2s to be coming through at some point soon. No doubt we may end up getting bullied off a little bit wide in one or two places because of them. And likewise, if we end up battling with other GT cars, I want to be holding some points in reserve. High grade, indeed. Or the track IR, it's head tracking. But I have seen that they're adding it tomorrow, which I'm very much looking forward to. It'll be fun giving that a go. Oh, and the Porsche's just let the BMW through rather than fight it. That's a bit pressing and boring, but at the same time sensible. I see, still over an hour's worth of racing to go, so there's no point in trying to be massively defensive at this early stage. A little bit slower than I wanted to be. Looks like we're in a fairly good spot, fuel-wise. Track is getting cooler, 23 degrees C. Big lift there, just to make sure that we're clearing those track limits. Alright, here comes LMP2s. This is not what I want. Hopefully it does clear. Alright, keep an eye on the mirrors. Hopefully we don't get too caught up in this traffic and we can make it work for us. This guy going to be smart? Not necessarily. Not too bad though. BMW had a look. Alright, Vital, take care of it. Catch you soon. Oh, we gained a bit of breathing room to P5 behind. Which is nice, and we're not through the LMP2s as of yet. There's still more to come. Bit deep. Wide of the apex, shall I say. Oh. Bit of a wiggle, but the BMW had a bit of a wiggle behind us as well. laps, 13, 28. Talking 70. What, 11 seconds up the road already? Some crazy good pace by them. Thankfully, didn't actually lose too much. Yeah, it feels like a podium could be on. Getting a little bit more tricky to take that corner in second gear. Seems like there's a Ferrari behind him, P6 that's also coming in. Suppose that wasn't more that. Yep. Thank you, Dort. Trying to keep it smooth and just hit the marks and all that sort of stuff. I'm hoping that this is just like a phase in the tyre life that we're going through and things will come better. Later on in the stint, we shall see. Stop taking so much curve there in that final corner. Yeah, the exit was alright. If I actually nailed the corner properly, I think it would be better. It's amazing how when you start to have good laps, start pushing, and actually start hitting the pace, everyone else is doing exactly the same thing and just improving more. That's better. Slightly later turn in, slightly later apex, slightly earlier on the throttle. Right, we're pulling away from the Ferrari again. Good, gap's gone back over 2 seconds. They feel like less of a threat. Keeping this BMW quite nicely. Until he takes Acca Minerale a little bit too slow. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Imola. Especially here in LMU. If the conditions were warmer, I'd probably enjoy it a bit more, because the main issue is the tyre temps. It doesn't ever really feel like you're getting enough heat into the tyres to be getting the grip that you're after. Easy how now Oh, feels quite... I'd say feels quite understeery. It is understeery in comparison to practice. Bit dependent on that. Turn it in too early on that one. Way too wide. Sorry mate, I will try and sort it out. Got away with that. And again, offline. Pushing too hard through there. Comes the race leaders again. Bit of breathing room. Hopefully the Ferrari puts that Beamer under pressure. .4 laps, it's saying. Going to need, we'll be here in 28 laps. We are 7 away, so we should hit that. Battling LMP2s. Slightly distracted there in the mirrors. That's costing them big though. That is the plan. I've been reliably informed that that is the strategy to go with. As yeah, track temperature is now down at 20 degrees C, so I think it's going to be hard to regenerate the heat in the tyres again, even though the tyres are fresher. Alright, we've done much better. Ooh, the car in front, the BMW up in P2's disappeared. Did they go for an early pit stop? Or did they disconnect? Yeah, you do lose a lot of time on the outlaps. So, whilst we'll probably lose time at the end of the race, it's not going to be too as drastic as the time lost on cold tyres out the box, I don't think. But yeah, we're back on the podium. I don't know whether P2 went into the pits or whether they disconnected. Don't know if anyone else can double check that. Looked like he appeared. Okay. Thanks for the info. Maybe he was trying the shorter stint as the opening stint on these quali tyres and then switching to fresh tyres. Maybe he's tried that tactic. If he does it now, obviously where the track is a little bit warmer than when we're going to be pitting, it's probably going to be a bit easier. This BMW looks like he's on... Sorry, Lexus. He's on cold tyres. Wonder if the other guys are aware of that strategy as well. Can you guys double check fuel? Because my fuel calculator down the bottom right is saying I need 19.3 laps. Seems like way too much. Huge burst of grip there. Yeah. Copy that door. Thanks for the info. Very useful. Appreciate you all. My only worry now is that I've killed the front right a little bit. It's my strategy calculator. Saying 18 laps. We should be able to get to 28 for pitting 3 laps from now. Yeah. Maybe. We're going deep there now. I'll need to sort that out. That Ferrari behind could be a threat. Nah, we're not going to make lap 28, are we? So, do need more. Minute and 4 seconds is the time in the pit lane for Asher, I think. He pitted on lap 22. It's currently at 81%. BMW behind's pitting. Right, we have one more lap. Yeah, so we haven't made the lap 28, so we do need that little bit more. Saying 66%. Another 6% on top. Might be too much. Good 71. Should be enough. Yeah, he may have taken tyres, it's true. But Imola is also a very long pit lane. Race leaders in. See who does what. Really quite conservative there with the entry, but hadn't actually practiced it, so wasn't too sure what to expect. Right. 28 seconds. My god, that was close. We're fine. I think. Jump the Porsche. Porsche's taking tyres. Oh, this is good for us. Very good for us. There goes Asher. Asher's not taking tyres. Hello. He's a lap down, so that's fine. Thank you, back marker. Much appreciated. So this is kind of what I was hoping, was that someone wasn't going to take tyres. Or that someone was going to take tyres, rather. And that someone was the Porsche. Although, Ferrari in front, wow, they've short-fueled. I think they're going to have to fuel save like crazy in order to achieve that. So whilst they have track position, it's 6% they are under. So they're probably going to try and fuel save a lap. I knew that there would be a threat to us, so I wasn't expecting them to be that far in front. Right, 4.5 seconds. I don't think he did. Yeah, he did a 1 minute and 4 second pit stop. We did a 1 minute and 2, so... They definitely didn't take tyres. Ah, fuck's sake. Need to be not making those kind of mistakes. Especially if the fire in front needs to be fuel saving. Yeah, they'll be very close. I think it may only actually be a lap that they need. Don't think it's going to be much. Just hope that this pace that they're on now is full push. And if we do go to 47 laps, that would be perfect. That'll help in my favour against this Ferrari as well. So that just means even more fuel saving for them. Not unless anyone can confirm that the Ferrari is mighty good on terms of fuel saving and super fuel efficient. Then again, VE usage should actually be the same or very similar per lap for all the cars. There's 2/10. Thanks, Lindholt. Hopefully we can get that P3 come the end of the race. Yeah. Anodi in the Porsche, who did take tyres, is... Well, he's now stuck behind other cars, but the gap to him was about 10.5 seconds coming out the pits. It's now over 12.5, so in around now is when the tyres should start to be coming back in, but yeah, you're going to lose multiple seconds in the opening laps. Don't think that Ferrari's fuel saving yet. Still seem to be pushing. Seem to be very good compared to it in the first sector. It's just final two seems to have the legs over us. You've managed to save a bit. It's got it down to about 5.5% now. Thank you, LMP2, for being patient. Go on, P1. Low 45s, high 49s. aspect marker. Can't remember where we are in terms of track limits warnings. I should probably turn on my lights. Good thing. Truck's starting to look a little bit dark. Why can't I see so well? I mean, I can see fine, it's just... I see a lot better with the lights on. A bit slippy slidey there. $2.75. Okay, thank you. Just so I know roughly how much I have in hand if comes a time that I don't really want to be affording a lift. Of course you do. I know you're battling Babin, but that was a little much. Should have nailed that there. Saw that the Ferrari in front had a little moment with the LMP2s. Very close in proximity. Just pushed that a little bit too hard going in. I think the Ferrari might be fine from fuel. This right. Yeah, you just sort of want 2 more battling LMP2s. You flashing from that far back for? That's stupidity, that's why. I mean, I shouldn't have stuck my nose in there as well. That there was definitely an element of on me in that, but at the same time, sending it from that far back is stupid. Yep, indeed, Language X. Why do you ask, Arc TV? I'm a fan of iRacing. I've not played it in a while. Yeah, some of the LMP2s are overzealous and quite ambitious. There was a rather stupid one that I had in practice that dived me at the top of turn 8 from way too far back. And it's a short braking zone anyway for well, both the LMP2s and us GT3s. And yeah, he came from nowhere effectively, and he didn't even get alongside. He hit the rear of my car as I was pretty much a car length away from the apex. They just drove in like I wasn't even there. Curious, not been hearing great things about LMU and can't seem to figure out why people choose it over iRacing. There are plenty of good things about it. There's a number of things that it does a lot better than iRacing, I'd say, in terms of a physics sort of simulation standpoint. I've been on iRacing since 2014. I've played it plenty. The thing that's turned me off from it, even though admittedly they've somewhat improved those areas, are the tyre models of the prototypes and the GT3s, and then the hybrid models of the prototypes. Now I know that a hybrid model still isn't their fully accurate and fully functional as of yet. Even with their latest update, they still done what they like to do, which is put band-aids over pretty significant wounds. But there's certainly aspects of iRacing that I like, and they do better than any of racing sim. I'd say they're like their dynamic track thing, or dynamic track tech, and weather is better than any other sim out there, even better than the Madness engine, with all the dirt and debris and everything that gets kicked onto the circuit. It's really, really well done. But I got bored of doing iRacing, and this is something new, fun, and really enjoyable. The only thing that will kind of keep me there at iRacing is the variety of content. Otherwise, for the most part, I enjoy Le Mans Ultimate more and do think it's better. So it depends on what you're after. Like if you do more than like just sports car racing, then yeah, obviously iRacing is going to be the platform of choice. But me, I've been wanting a good sports car racing simulator, and obviously Le Mans Ultimate has all of the cars within the classes from the latest WEC seasons. As obviously European Le Mans series is coming as well. It is lacking in content. It would be great if it had like IMSA and Asian Le Mans series, and just generally more tracks that the cars could race on. That would be really good. But I get the whole licensing standpoint, and only including the content that is there within the licenses that they have obtained so far. Hopefully more will come, but we shall see. But yeah, I just enjoy driving here in Le Mans Ultimate more, although I will admit I haven't touched iRacing since the update, so I don't know what the new GT3 tyres or the new prototype tyres are like. It has been quite a long time. So I do need to go back and give it another shot, see what it's like now after the update. That is very true, Dor. It's I'd say it's probably the worst netcode out there now of any sim. Whereas I'd say Le Mans Ultimate's netcode is probably the best in any sim. I've very, very, very rarely seen any weirdness through netcode, and you can run very, very close to one another, as we've seen in a number of these streams where we've gotten very close and actually lent on other cars going wheel to wheel. I gotta tip my hat to this Ferrari. He's doing a very good job of actually one, pulling away, but two, also looks like he might actually make it on fuel. But really, really close. You're welcome, Mark. No problem. I say I'm not into the whole elitism bullshit that kind of you get in and around the sim racing community. I get that. People have... It's different strokes for different folks. And people like different things. There was a time when I was playing iRacing religiously, as I say, and I do dabble in its special events, but it's been a while since I participated in one. Not necessarily out of choice of trying to avoid doing iRacing, it's just life stuff has kept me busy this year, and a few family events and things like that have just clashed with iRacing events, which has meant that I'm not being able to do them. That, and I have actually also left the team Geodesic Racing that I used to do a lot of the iRacing events and general weekly races with. I say that. It's been years since I've done weekly races with them. But yeah. There's just a little less draw for me to get involved with it. Especially when this is so easy to just hop in and have some really good races. This one has been relatively quiet. It's quite tense to begin with. Pardon me. It's that white flag. Indeed it is. Yeah, so Ferrari's made it quite comfortably. Yeah, still got a whole point. Track limits. Yeah, it's... I get what you're seeing there, Ark. I also feel the same. I wish that some of the classes were a bit more padded out and you can have more unique vehicles. They've definitely done a much better job recently of increasing the number of unique vehicles that you can have within a race at any one time to facilitate more various models, but at the same time there's a lot of say modern GT3s, modern hypercars that are missing. Oh, we caught the curb again from the game. Desperate for the Lexus. I do wonder if the Lexus that runs in like the SRO GT World Challenge Championships and also in WEC is different to the ones that run in IMSA, or if the WEC and IMSA ones are different to the SRO GT World Challenge Lexuses. Ah. So there is the checkered flag, and the race leader has gone for another lap. So it was all down to us being lapped by the actual race leader in LMP2. Has that race lead, the leader in class gone for another lap? I think they have. Yeah, lap 46. Huh, interesting. Well, P4 in the end. Pretty happy with that. Started P5 or P6. But yeah, that's going to be a good haul of points. That is good. There we go. Start the music. I agree with you to an extent, Lin Ho, with regards to the damage. Like, yeah, as you say, when you take damage like in and around bodywork, it's not too bad. It's not race ending. However, I think the repair times could be better. The repair times I feel in this are too long, or it doesn't give you enough flexibility as to what it is that you actually want to repair. You kind of have to repair absolutely everything rather than not. And basically, he didn't finish. Oh. What does that mean in terms of his championship? He only made it to lap 3. Oh, Charles only made it to lap 11. Well, that'll be interesting to see then where... what actually happened to those people? Happened to those guys? Oh, the results already. Cool. Improvement on the ranking, which is good. How many points do we score? 252. That's a nice, lovely amount. Interesting. So, yeah, I wonder what that has done in terms of the championship standings. Right, that's driver rank, not overall. So there are two drop rounds in this, I believe. So if that's the case, Ollie might be alright, but looking at this guy's points, he scored a hell of a lot. So just basically take those two off. No, sorry. 187 and 250 off from their score. Hopefully we've made the top 50. We have. Jumped up to P20. Damn, that's a big jump. We were in 60-something position coming into this round. So getting that was a massive jump for us there. Page 2. Yeah, managed to get top 3. Which is nice. And is that a cemented top 3? So we'll lose that. One which beats theirs. They're kind of just tipping over the 200 mark. Yes. Now to that one. Yeah, so we should get top 3 in the UK. Manufacturer, we should win that. I think so. So yeah, pretty nice in the end. How does it work out, the final standings? It's basically just a sum of all your points. The red ones are those that are going to be counted for the drop week. I believe, certainly for the World Endurance Championship, there are 2 drop weeks. I think there's going to be 2 for European Le Mans Series, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So it will take off your 2 worst rounds. So in the case of Thomas Lidden here, it'll take off the 187 and it'll take off the 250. So that'll be subtracted from the total, those 2 points. But everything else will be counted up, and then it's obviously just whoever has the most at the end there. That's how it works. The little dot indicators indicate how many attempts you did for each round. And it's always going to be your best result of your 2 attempts that you do in the round. So in my case, I only ever did one attempt on each round. So obviously it uses the points from that. But with Raphael here, in the first round, he did 2 attempts, as did the guy above them. Their best points scoring result was 224 points for that round. So it's counted there. You don't see what their other attempt got. Anyway, let's go and take a look at actually very quickly the results of the World Endurance Championship. That should be up now. I hope. Because everyone's done all the races for that. P14. Not bad at all. So obviously the first round was null and void. And then I'll lose the points from round 4 at the mall. Yep, so that's my second worst result. But just like that guy's beating us. Yeah, might have just about pipped Ewan. So in this we should be, again, yep, top. Should be top in the manufacturer, which is where we are, and then driver rank. Kind of tend to ignore this one because it's like, although it says driver rank silver 2, it's not just silver 2 drivers, as you can see. It's a little bit strange. So yeah, I tend to look at the overall. Oh, excuse me. The overall ranking. Who else is on there? Any names that I recognise? No. Okay. So yeah, let's go and take a look at the replay. All right. Why did that move down? How do you save the replay? It should save automatically. Yeah. I believe it's always auto-saved, which obviously means double check. Every now and then, go and double check to see how your hard drive storage space is doing, because it's very easy to find yourself in a situation where your replays are taking up a hell of a lot of space. I did delete, I think it was about 25 gigs worth of replays the other day. So yeah, make sure to check it every now and then. Let's see what happened with this race start, because excuse me, that was chaotic, to say the least. We want this lovely view, so that works rather nicely for us. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the start was a little bit crazy, so hold tight. Okay, so we started alongside Asher. I think he just got kind of caught up in the mess of melee here in the opening corners. He got caught up a little bit, not too bad. Alright, so actually take another look and try and dissect what happened there. So I'll run you through what I saw at the time. So I did see things unfolding. So at this point, everything's fine. It's all okay. Saw this unfolding here. Thankfully, the gap did open up, so it's like, okay, cool. But I was a little bit worried as to what's going on over here, because obviously all the smoke. So let's stay left as much as we can. Try and give ourselves room on the inside. More tire smoke. That guy over there. Yeah. So I think I did manage to catch the glimpse of this. Of this guy spinning here, so I was like, okay. And seeing this guy slow down, I was like, right, I need to back off. See, big break. And then this was very, very scary, because all I see is that guy on the radar, that guy spinning on the radar, these two guys basically touching each other on the radar. This guy's on the radar, that guy's on the radar, this guy's on the radar. They're all on the radar, and I think there's more... No, there's not more cars off, but you can see how close everyone is. So I was literally just driving to the radar at this point, whilst semi-watching this, and thinking, I need to brake here and try and stay straight. So that's exactly what I'd do, and thankfully everyone else around went either side. There was enough space there. Lamborghini got collected, and then space opened up for us to slip on through and get a whole load of position. Right, who... Fun to watch there. Ollie might be fun to watch there. Wasn't it too bad from his perspective whilst rewinding there? Obviously playing it relatively safe as well. Seeing people check up. Oh, slight tag there. Oh, good avoidance. Managing to slip on through. Right, let's see what the pain was like for everyone. So I think the LMP2 up here this guy. That was contact. Coming from 3 wide. So he spun off, he's alright. This guy, I think, got spun. Yes, he did. Well, he got dragged nicely off the track and out the way, so... Not too bad there. He was clean through, he was staying well out the way. I think Alves was pretty clear. This poor guy. Yeah, I don't think there's too much more he could have done there. Obviously, that's very unfortunate for him. This is the Lamborghini that started towards the front. Oh, big hit there with the BMW. That was a little unfortunate for him, but I think he could have probably stayed a little tighter to the left. I know he's trying to avoid this guy coming off. He kind of got snagged with these 2 guys, which is why he wasn't able to recover left. That'll be why. Yeah, otherwise there's not too much more you could do that. That guy is, say, pretty bad offender coming back onto the circuit in the way that they did. And then, was there more chaos behind? Let's go with this Lamborghini, this McLaren. Yeah, you got lucky there. Oh, BMW with no rear wing. See what happened with Charles on the opening lap. Not too much more. Right, so now on lap 2, lap 3, what happened, Ollie? Okay, it'll be lap 4 then. So completed 3 laps. So it wasn't what happened to me in the opening round. Whoa! Alright, Dot, take it easy. Oh yeah, there's a big snap there. Did he just track the brake? Yeah, a little bit too much there, and the rear started rotating. And then he caught the curb as well. And it snapped on him when he tried to cover it. That's really unfortunate. Right. Now, what happened to Whitf on lap 12? It was. He died? I think he did. Yeah, the car was kind of going loose anyway, and then yeah, snapped on the steering. Gravel. Yep. That's exactly what happened to me in round 1. Oh, what is that rejoin, Charles? That was a little dangerous. Although, he's got suspension damage, hasn't he? So he probably wasn't expecting it to be as bad as it was. Yeah. Yeah, his first realisation of suspension damage wasn't Charles being a naughty boy and trying to block the others from coming on through. Ah, rear wing. It is quite tricky when the suspension is off by a good 30 odd degrees or so. But yeah, that's really unfortunate for Charles as well then. And yeah, that was the final round of our championship. Overall, pretty good result. The race was alright, it was quite interesting at the start. Obviously trying to hold off the cars behind. Didn't really quite have the pace. I don't think to really properly challenge and threat a podium. So that's a bit unfortunate, but yeah, Imola's not really one of my favourite tracks, and I made some last minute setup changes which I think ultimately just didn't quite work as well as I was hoping they would. I probably should have again just stayed with the setup that I had from practice coming into this race, but yeah, nonetheless, that is these 2 championships done and dusted. New content coming tomorrow. We'll see about a video. I'll try and get that done and turned around, but work is also quite busy for me at the moment as well. So I think we'll see how work goes during the day. Otherwise, we might do a live stream Thursday. We shall see. I'm unsure at the moment because of 1, work deadlines, 2, also it's going to be the off week in the online championship. So it'll be daily races if we did do anything, which I'm a little bit skeptical of because it can hurt my rating pretty bad quite easily. So we may just try and protect that and just do online championship races. Either way, we shall see. We shall see. Double check social media, double check me Discord as well. I'll keep you updated as to what is going on with regards to video, or whether we do a live stream tomorrow. But yeah, other than that, thanks very much for tuning in, supporting throughout the season. We will be, once the new season starts, doing some more. Again, I'm thinking of doing LMP3 in the European Le Mans Series, and then GT in the World Endurance Championship. So slight little change this time around, whilst keeping GT somewhere there in the mix as well. Either way, look forward to seeing you again at some point very, very soon. Until then, though, have fun, stay safe, take care.